Hello students, let's solve few more problems of compound interest. Find the compound interest on rupees 10,000 for 9 months at 8% per annum if the interest is compounded quarterly. Okay, interest is compounded quarterly, that means interest is compounded 4 times in a year, right? So D is equal to 4. Find the compound interest on 10,000, that means 10,000 is the principal amount. Okay, period is 9 months, that means n is equal to 9 by 12, right, at 8% per annum, that means r is equal to 8%. So let's solve. The formula for compound interest is, you can find out a, so a is equal to p into 1 plus r raised to n. This is the formula, right? But when there is d, what you will do? You will multiply n and d and divide r by d. So your formula becomes a is equal to p plus 1, p into 1 plus r by d and raised to d by n. Okay, right? So this is the formula. You can use this formula and then you can find out compound interest by subtracting. You can just say do a minus p and you can find out the interest. So this is one way, or you can directly write compound interest formula, which is p into 1 plus r by d raised to dn minus 1, right? You can use any method. Okay, so I'll use this formula and find out compound interest. So compound interest is equal to 10,000, 1 plus r is 8%, so 0.08 upon d, which is 4, raised to d into n. D is 4 and n is 9 by 12 minus 1. Okay. So 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12, 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. So 10,000 into 1 plus 0.08 divided by 4. So 0.02 raised to 3 minus 1. So 10,000 into 1.02 raised to 3 minus 1. So 10,000 into 1.02 raised to 3. One, sorry, 1.02 into is equal to. So 1.0612. (1.0612) minus 1. So 10,000 into 0.0612. When you multiply this, it will come to 612. So compound interest is 612. I have taken 4 decimals. Please take 4 decimals. Okay. In the exam also you take 4 decimals. Okay. Now let's solve the next problem. Find the amount of rupees 500 lent for 2 years, 1 month and 5 days at 16% per annum compound interest payable half yearly. Okay. So principal is 500. So period is 2 years, 1 month and 5 days. Okay. And rate of interest is 16% per annum. Compound interest payable half yearly. Payable half yearly means in a year 2 times interest is compounded. So D is equal to 2. Okay, let's solve this because it's 2 years, 1 month and 5 days. Okay, so 1 month means 1 by 12 and 5 days means 5 upon 365. So N is equal to 1 by 12, 5 by 365 and 2 years. Okay, so let's solve. A, find the amount. You have to find amount A. So A is equal to 1 plus, P into 1 plus R by D raised to Dn. Okay, 1 plus FR, 1 plus FR. F means fraction of a year, part of a year. So A is equal to, principal is 500 into 1 plus rate of interest is 16%, so 0.16, divide by 2, raised to D is 2 and N is also 2. So 2 into 2, 2 into 2 is 4. 1 plus fraction of a year, 1 month. So 1 by 12 and R is 0.16. Okay, and 1 plus 5 by 365, 5 by 365 multiplied by 0.16. Okay, so 500 into 1.08 raised to 4. Let's calculate this. 1 plus 0.16 divided by 12. 0.16 divided by 12. It comes to 0.0133. 0.0133 and 1 plus 5 into 0.16 divided by 365. 5 into 0.16 divided by 365. So 4 decimals would be 0.00219. So I'll write 0.0022. 0.0022. Okay, so 500 into 1.08 raised to 4. 1.08 raised to 4. So into is equal to is equal to is equal to. So 1.3605. 1.3605, 1.0133 and 1.0022. You multiply this, you will get amount. So 500 into 1.3605 multiplied by 1.0022 multiplied by 1.0133. So which comes to 690.81. 690.81. Okay. Okay, let's see the next problem. If interest is to be compounded half yearly at 15% per annum, in how many years would 500 become 771.65 and 500 will become 1000? Okay, there are two parts. So in the first part, principal is 500, amount is 771.65, compounded half yearly, that means D is equal to 2. Okay, R is given as 15% per annum, and you are supposed to find out N. So the formula for N is N is equal to log A minus log P upon log 1 plus R. This is the formula, right? But whenever there is a D, you have to multiply N into D and divide R by D. So now your formula becomes Dn is equal to log A minus log P upon log 1 plus R by D. Okay, you have the formula, you know all the amounts, please calculate. So D is 2 log A, so log 771.65 minus log P, so log 500 divide by log 1 plus R, R is 0.15 divide by 2. Okay, so let's calculate this. 2n is equal to log 771. Before the decimal there are 3 digits, so it is 2 point something, right? Let's check. Okay, this is my log table. 77 row, 1 column. 77 and 1, so 8871, and median is 6. Mean difference is 6, so mean difference is 6 for 77. For 77 mean difference is 6, which is 3. Okay, so 77 8871 plus 3, so it comes to 8874, right? Okay, so 2.8874 minus log 500. So similarly, let's find log 500. So 50th row, 0 column. 50th row, 0 column is 6990. Okay, so 2.6690 divide by log, when you calculate this, 1 plus 0.15 divided by 2, you will get log 1.075, and let's find log 1.075. 2n is equal to 0.1884 divided by 0.10th row, 7th column, 5 is the mean difference. Mean difference 5. Okay, let's check. 10th row, 7th column. 10th row, 7th column is 0284 and mean difference 5, no? Which is 21. So add 21 to 0294. 0294 plus 21. 0294 plus 21. 294 plus 21. It is 0315. Okay. How to see log table and all has been explained already, so I'm not going to waste time on that. Okay, so 2n is equal to, when you divide, it comes to 5.98. So n is equal to 5.98 divided by 2, which comes to 2.99 or 3 years. Okay, similarly solve the second part. In the second part, P is equal to 500, A is equal to 1000, R is equal to 0.15, D is equal to 2, and you have to find value of n. Formula, you know, dn is equal to log A minus log P upon log 1 plus R by D. So 2n is equal to log 1000 minus log 500 divided by log 1 plus 0.15 divided by 2. So 2n is equal to log 1000 is 3 and minus log 500 is 2.6990 divided by log 1.075. When you calculate log 1.075, it comes to 0.0315. So 2n is equal to 0.301 divided by 0.0315. So n is equal to let's divide. 2n is equal to, this comes to 9.56. n is equal to 9.56 divided by 2. So n is equal to, comes to 4.78 years. You can convert 0.78, 4 years and 0. You can convert 0.78 into days. So how do you convert? If 1 year is equal to 365 days, so 0.78 years is equal to how many days? So you just do 365 multiplied by 0.78. When you do 365 multiplied by 0.78, 365 multiplied by 0.78, you get 284.7. So 285 days. So 285 days. So that means 4.78 years means 4 years and 285 days. So the answer is 4 years and 285 days. You can keep the answer to 4.78 years, no problem. Okay, or you can convert 0.78 into days also. It's up to you. Okay. Let's see the next problem. If interest is to be compounded quarterly at 12% per annum, in how many years would money triple? Okay, money is tripling. That means if P is equal to 100, A is equal to 300. Right? If interest is to be compounded quarterly, if interest is compounding quarterly, that means in a year 4 times interest is getting compounded. That means D is equal to 4 at 12% per annum. So that means R is equal to 12%. So R is equal to 0.12. Okay. So let's calculate. You have to find N. In how many years would money triple? Okay. So N formula you already know. Dn is equal to log A minus log P divided by log 1 plus R by D. So 4n is equal to log 300 minus log 100 divided by log 1 plus R. R is 0.12 upon 4. Okay. So log 300 is 2.4771 minus log 100. Log 100 is 2. Log 1 plus 0.12 divided by 4. So 0.12 divided by 4 is 0.03. Okay. So log 1.03. So 4n is equal to 0.4771 divided by log 1.03. 1.03 would be 0.0128. When you divide this, 4n is equal to, it comes to 37.27. N is equal to 37.27 divided by 4. So this comes to 9.32 years. Okay, and you can convert 0.32 years in days also. So how do you convert? If 1 year is equal to 365 days, 0.32 is how many days? So 365 multiplied by 0.32. When you do 365 multiplied by 0.32, 365 multiplied by 0.32, you get 117 days. So 9 years and 117 days. Okay. Let's solve the next problem. Money doubles in 6 years. When interest is compounded quarterly, what is the rate of interest? You are supposed to find R. Okay. Money doubles in 6 years. N is given as 6 years. Rate of interest is not given, but compounded quarterly. That means D is equal to 4. Okay. Money is doubling. That means if P is equal to 100, A will be 200. Right. N is given as 6 years, D is given as 4 years, and you are supposed to find out R. Okay. So the formula for R is equal to antilog of log A minus log P upon N minus 1. This is the formula for R, right? But whenever there is D, what do? You multiply N into D, okay? And you divide R by D. So, R divided by D and D multiplied by N. So, this is your formula. Okay? So, R you don't know. Divide by D. D is 4. Antilog log of 200 minus log of 100 divide by N into D. N is 6. 6 into 4. Minus 1. Okay. So R by 4 antilog log 200 is 2.3010. Log 100 is 2. Divide by 24 minus 1. R divided by 4 antilog. So 0.3010 divide by 24 minus 1. Okay. R by 4 antilog 0.3010 divided by 4. When you divide it, it comes to 0.0125 minus 1. Now let's see antilog of 0.01. I'm so sorry. Now let's find antilog of 0.0125. How to compute antilog table I have already explained. Okay. So when you compute it, it comes to 1.029. Okay. Minus 1. So R by 4 is equal to 0.029. So R is equal to 0.029 multiplied by 4, which comes to 0.116 or 11.6%. Okay. Let's solve the last problem for the day. Compute the compound interest on rupees 5,000 for 2 years at 6% per annum. The interest being calculated quarterly. Okay. Compute the compound interest. Okay. On 5,000. That means P is 5,000. Period is 2 years. That means N is 2. Rate of interest is 6%. So R is 0.06. Compounded quarterly, that means D is equal to 4. So let's calculate compound interest. So compound interest is equal to P into 1 plus R by D raised to Dn minus 1. P is 5,000. 1 plus R. R is 0.06 upon 4 raised to 4 into 2 minus 1. So 5,000 into 1.015 raised to 8 minus 1. 5,000. Okay, let's see what is raised to 8. 1.015 1.015 raised to 8 into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's take 4 digit, which is 1.12649. So I'll say 1.1265, round off. So 1.1265 minus 1. So 5000 multiplied by 0.1265. 5000 multiplied by 0.1265. It comes to 632.5. 632.5. Okay, so compound interest is 632.5, and that's it for the day. In the next lecture, we'll be studying nominal and effective rate of interest. Okay, thanks a lot, students. Have a great day.